All right, good morning, everybody. We are just about ready to start. First, let me start the recording. All right, Mark, I'm going to start the recording and we'll do a little intro.
Okay.
All right, here we go. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the first round of the Miniclorian Battle of the Podcasts. Kansas City's Tosche Station Radio is taking on St. Louis Midwest Scrubcast podcasts in a round-robin tournament for the honor and glory of Missouri Pride and little else. With me today, helping commentate, is the Arch Alliance very own Mark Myers.
Hello, everybody. I'm here.
Yeah, so those tuning in for the first time, we have a very fun tradition of a huge team tournament that we do in Missouri, Kansas City versus St. Louis versus Central Missouri. It's more shenanigans and fun than serious tournament, but we have a good time with it. We have a trophy that the winning team gets to keep, all that kind of fun.
And it's in my house.
It is currently.
We won last time.
With the obvious COVID issue keeping a big tournament possible and us not wanting to run a giant tournament online, we are filling in with the Miniclorian this year and having our respective podcasts duel it out in a hopefully enjoyable day instead, just to keep the tradition alive for a while and have a little bit of fun. So, first round, we've got the Tosche Station favorite and guest, and filling in as the fourth member, Greg Smith. Greg, great guy, good player. Greg's one of those guys that drives you crazy because he doesn't get to play much, but then when he shows up, he still kicks your butt type of guy. Who knows how good he'd be if he, had the time and the location to play regularly. And he is taking on Emily Rastl from the Midwest Scrubcast. Of course, Emily, a very solid player. Maybe no big wins to her name, but she's definitely somebody who regularly makes cuts.
Emily stock rising. She went 4-0 in Swiss in last Missouri-Corian.
She did. That's right. She was a finalist at the.
Also made cut at Warfare Weekend. RIP Warfare Weekend.
Yes. Yeah, she's it's never a surprise when she has a good score at a tournament. For those who don't know her, she's made it on Dion's stream once or twice, I know. So some people know her. Well, I will let you jump in and coordinate our timer starting here, and then we'll go over the lists as they're doing their first list. Looks like we have an honorable joust set up.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to stay that way. Please, Emily, no. I mean, okay. Keep in mind, this is going to be a completely unbiased commentary. I want my locals to lose just as much as I want the KC guys to lose.
Well, I have bias both ways. Obviously, the Midwest Scrubs are my local friends, my local play group, great guys. But I do have my child on the other side, and I've hung out a lot with those guys. Gone to Kansas City, play tournaments with them, slept on their couch. So yeah, I have double bias rather than single bias.
So, can you tell us, like, how old was Doug whenever the Alex Middle persona manifested itself?
Gosh, they were roommates in college, along with in one of those houses with like 6 or 7 people in it, and just kind of became buddies. And then when they moved into a house later that was only 3 people, and at that point it really became like the two of them were, They look
So
alike.
you're suggesting they used to be one person. They used to be two people, but they actually molded into one person.
I am not suggesting
Not the
that.
opposite.
No.
All right.
No.
It looks like they're getting set up here. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump over there. Looks like they're just setting up dials now.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell them whenever they can go.
Yeah, it's 10:15, so yeah, we definitely start the time.
I'll be back.
Okay. But yeah, if you're not familiar, Doug Howe is on the Tosche Station Radio, and I'm Bob Howe, his father. But I live in St. Louis. He used to live in St. Louis. He started playing X-Wing in St. Louis, but got a job in KC shortly after that and joined with the KC gang, and they've got a good group there in general. A lot of really good players in Kansas City. Yeah, a lot of those kind of guys that can definitely make a cut at a system open, even if you haven't heard of them. They're dangerous.
Right. Let's start it.
All right.
There it goes. Goes down.
So the rules in this tournament require each member of the team to be flying a different faction. We just wanted to force a little variety in our streamed games and make this. Hopefully, we had interesting matchups. So Emily, no surprise, is on Resistance. It's her bread and butter. Greg, no surprise, is on Separatists. It has been his most successful faction. He does play around with other stuff, but his big tournament successes have been on Separatists. So, Mark, you want to run through the lists? Or you'll take one, I'll take one, whatever?
Yep. Sure. I'll go ahead and do Emily's list because it might be something near and dear to my heart.
Very true.
So she's running Sugar Happy Flyboy, Poe, with just R4 and overdrive thrusters. No heroic on there. No Black One title. They're asking me questions.
Oh, that's fine.
Hold on a second. They're going to be a little bit behind on the timer. That's fine. All right. She's also running ZZ Tlo with heroic and proton rockets. Tally with heroic and proton rockets. Notice no advanced optics on there because both advanced optics and heroic went up a point each. Or heroic went up a point each for the A-Wings. And then Merle with just starboard slash. So I'm going to imagine she's going to try to get Merle to just kind of cram in there and go ahead and reduce some agility on maybe one of these bombers and then maybe get a procket off or two on one of these guys and try to get ahead on the damage race.
And the joust does make a little bit of sense there as far as sacrificing Merle, firing your prockets, and then bugging out with the I-5 A-Wings, shooting out the back as you run away from the squad. That might be a reasonable plan here. So yeah, Poe's toys went up, so that's definitely a thinner Poe than we're used to seeing in a 4-ship list. I'm a little scared no heroic. Poe really likes that insurance.
Yeah, I actually asked her about this morning whenever I saw the list. I was like, no heroic on Poe? She's like, yeah, I figured I would put on Tally instead. I was like, well, okay.
I mean, the A-Wings probably trigger it more meaningfully, but Poe's more valuable. I don't know.
Yeah, normally I like to have that. If I know Poe's getting shot at, then I like to keep that focus for his defense to know that whenever he's going to get shot at, that he's got a pretty good chance that that focus is going to be useful. Without it, I don't know. It scares me a little bit. So on Greg's side, he's got Techno Unabombers across the board. And let's see, he's got 2 sets of Discords. He's got proximity mines on every one of them. And landing struts on every one of them, right? There's so much stuff on Separatists.
Yep. So they all have struts and mines, all 6. And 2 have Discords. And
yes.
we're not.
And it looks like it's red and yellow that have Discords.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know. This is not something we prepared was how to make those colors on our overlay. That was something we missed as we tried to prep this.
That is a really good point. I don't know how to. Okay, well, you keep on talking while I go try to figure that out.
Yeah, if you want to take a shot at it.
Okay.
We advertised we were amateurs here, and I intend to fulfill that. So yeah. So discords are definitely scary. Those A-wings do not want to pick those up. Sure, they can barrel roll to get rid of them, but they don't want to. You can't link into a focus with sorry, distracted for a second. Can't get your focus when you barrel roll. Your only linked actions are your boost and your rotate on those A-wings with the ship ability. So barrel rolling off a Discord is going to leave you more vulnerable to being shot for sure. So yeah, if I'm Emily, I'm definitely concerned about range controlling and staying away from those. With the prox mines are less of a threat. The A-wings are so much faster and more maneuverable. They should be basically running away, and it should take a second or a third engage before prox mines really become a problem as the map becomes more chaotic.
Yeah.
Poe
Yeah.
a little less so.
She might be thinking about doing that some sort of a joust, but I really hope that for her sake that she is not actually going to do any kind of a joust. Because I mean, she could get lucky on that initial engage, and then she could bug out with the Witali and ZZ. But that is still not. She can't blow past them because they got proximity mines. So she's just gonna have to kind of like look at them and then bug out because she can't afford. I would argue she can't even afford to lose Merle on the opening engagement, not unless she's able to take one out and maybe damage another.
Well, the prockets are clearly lined up for easy firing, but you're not gonna one-shot these guys. You'd have to get 5 hits and 0 evades with network calculations. Is that you can't expect that. So you're gonna take probably all your shots to get one off, and then you're probably losing something back. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that's not the trade you want compared to running. But that rock is looking like it's going to interfere with an easy disengage right here from the beginning. Um, so assuming she's committing to the early joust, the semi joust, whatever you want to call it. But Poe's not coming in fast either, so I don't know.
On the, on the bright side, I have managed to color every single one of those guys. So brilliant.
Why is the stream showing the cards over the?
I might have clicked something.
But that's not my screen.
No, it's not. Hold on a second. Clear. Haha. I did it. They're gone
Oh, you
now.
had it on your overlay somehow. Okay, that's how.
I might have to click something.
Interesting.
Ooh, okay. So she really is committing to this joust. Oh boy. Okay.
Now,
So
she needs to proc at somebody who Merle has lined up, and I don't know that that's set up to do.
well, it looks like ZZ might have bullseye on Brown.
Boy, she's going to be in Discord range if she comes in that fast too, though. We said
Yeah.
yellow and
Well,
red are the Discords.
yellow and reds are the Discord, so I think both of them can plop one on top of Merle right now with the 3 pink. Yeah.
It looks like did she not boosting in with Merle may have been the disaster here. Okay, I like that distance. That's definitely screaming now shoot at Merle. Don't go for my valuable A-wings, and it leaves room to get out.
Yeah, and I really don't know if ZZ's going to have that procket lined up. If ZZ doesn't have that procket lined up, then Brown probably lives.
Yeah, the three shots could still kill him, but that's not what you're trying to do here. Well, all right, so ZZ is purple, right? Yeah. So ZZ's the safer one that can afford to spend the focus on the attack with that ability.
So, yeah, let's. Hopefully, Poe will come in and join the fight. But actually, I'm kind of hoping that Poe doesn't come in and join the fight because otherwise he's going to be trapped in that lane right down there.
I'm gonna peek and see what bullseyes look like. They look like ZZ might be straight in between those two, but Tally's got it.
Yeah. So there comes Poe, which is I kind of like that.
He's got
Non-committal.
overdrive, so he could shoot up a little faster. But yeah, I think he's still out of range this turn.
What Greg could do is he could plop. He could plop both discords on Merle. Actually, kind of ignore Merle. Or just get 2 damage, get his shields down, and then the discords kill Merle, and then he puts the rest of his shots into probably Tally, probably not ZZ.
Yeah, that would be a perfect world. It's going to cost you 2 of your calculates, so you're going to weaken your offense, but it's well worth it for 2 damage, guaranteed damage.
Ooh. That's very aggressive on Emily's part to
I think she's
rolled over, then overdrive thruster boosted.
I think she's smelling the I'm getting outgunned at the moment here, and I got to get Poe in. But then the bombers are going to be able to turn on Poe next turn.
Yeah. Poe's going to be in. I don't know how he's getting out next time, though.
All right, here we go.
Here come the discords from red.
So I think that does definitely hit.
Oh! Where did it go? The discords on these are GTS is so hilarious. Okay, it's directly underneath Merle, but it also shot something like across the board.
Yeah, I heard something, but I don't know what the heck that was.
Oh, it was Brown's calculate.
It was Brown's calculate.
All right, I'll go ahead and text them, let them know. All right. Oh, and now what they're trying to do is they're probably trying to figure out, all right, how do I actually attach this thing now that it's underneath Merle? So I think you actually have to lift up Merle to move them. You have to lift Merle to move like this cord.
Can you grab another one and drop it on there?
Maybe maybe they're trying to mess around with it later. So interestingly, Greg only used the 1 on Merle.
It's true, yeah. So Poe did get in range, but foil's closed. Just got 1 hit.
I'm going to suggest to them, as long as they know where it's attached, I'm going to go ahead and pop in their chat real quick, because it could actually impact like who's shooting it who later on.
Okay. So Poe gets 1 hit. The range 3 third die comes through with an evade. So no consequence there. And there is the bullseye. All right, so Tally does have the option to proc it green here. I think you got to take it. You didn't get quite the engage you wanted. I think you got to try to get that procket in and do something here. If it gets maybe 3 damage through, then you got a real chance for your other 2 shots to get a ship off the board and stay in this game.
So they're going to go ahead and try to move it after they move again. I told them they needed to lift the Merle probably to put the Discord on there, and he's attaching it to the front.
Okay.
So Tally does have a bullseye.
Tally does at range 2 on green. Oh, not gonna spend it yet. I don't know.
She's going for brown, so I guess she's assuming that ZZ has.
Okay, that could very well be.
That's the worst. That's even worse than the optics rolls. At least if you don't have optics, it doesn't feel as bad because you're only going to get 1 damage anyway.
And she goes for it.
Tally's going for it.
At least burns a calculate.
So no damage on brown.
That is a risky spend, but it feels bad not to spend it and just lose.
She probably realizes that positionally she's already behind, so she's got to get something. Oh, and no bullseye from ZZ. So I think whenever Emily looks back on this, she'll maybe realize that she could align those guys up from the get-go. 2 hits on the brown. Guarantee the bullseye, so those 2 hits go through.
So yeah, he is intimidated by Merle's ability. That's if Merle is in your bullseye, you're down a defense die.
And shockingly, I've accurately reflected that on the overlay. All right, Merle's firing first. Into brown.
Oh, there's a chance. Natties! There's a chance if this paint keeps him alive, but
he only gets the 1 die. See what happens.
Oh,
and it's a blank.
All right.
Brown down.
He will get to fire back, right? Merle's a 1.
Yes.
So, but at least there's a body trade here, whatever happens. So that'll keep the game a little more competitive. That's Proxmine that doesn't come down next turn. Let's see who Greg is going to target. He is going to go for that Merle, the opportunity there. Just a single hit there. There's the natty. All right. I don't think Merle gets out of all of this. And with the Discord, Greg needs 3 damage to take Merle off the board.
Yep. He's probably hoping to get as much damage in there as early as possible. Oh, only 1 crit. That's not great for Greg.
Oh, Merle's making it interesting.
Merle's like, I'm a hero.
There's still a lot coming, but this is valuable to soak up these shots. These are shots that don't go to Tally. So
yes.
There's a big difference between Merle dying here and Merle dying quickly from 2 shots type thing.
All right, spins the calculate for hit crit.
Yep. So that should at least get a token.
Yep. Emily's going to go ahead and spin. Oh, she's debating spinning the focus.
It's not unreasonable just to take a shield here.
Yeah, I think you spend it now just to guarantee.
I don't disagree, but
all right, so still no damage on Merle.
Oh, there's something.
Oh, that's full hit crit. Merle needs some wonderful dice in this one.
Oh, and he got 2.
Is that an evade or a blank? It's an evade.
Is it?
She nattied.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
my gosh, Merle!
Merle's a hero.
Wow. This is the exact not what we were expecting here.
Range 2, natties. What's Merle gonna do? He gets 1.
He finally takes 1.
That's only a shield.
Oh, Merle, worst case, ate every shot and was a hero here. This is the last shot, right?
I don't remember. Did yellow shoot already?
Yeah, yellow started. And there's.
All right, so 2 hits after spinning the calculate. Oh no!
One more.
The shield. So the Discord is going to go through.
And that's a crit with the Discords, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So okay.
That is still huge. That Merle soaked all that up. All right, now they're going to try to do something with it. All right, you got to try to. There you go. There you go. Look at it. It's like Operation, the old board game. works. There you go.
Oh, and you figured out the colors. Look at you.
I did it. Um, there you go. Did it. Okay. So now the Discord damage is going to go through. I guess I gotta actually do damage on Merle as well. It's only fair.
Discord is meaningful here, in that Merle has to either get rid of it or he doesn't even have to be targeted next round.
Right.
And
Okay, Brown's card. I'm waiting to see if they're going to figure out that they need to take the Discord damage. Looks like they're doing it. And it is a stunned pilot.
okay.
So, Merle, don't hit any rocks.
There's none nearby. He's not going to live probably long enough to matter.
All right.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Techno-Union Bomber. Is that the one that can throw the prox mines out the front?
I don't think so.
I'm not a Separatist player.
No, it is not.
Okay. That's the more expensive one.
All right. I got to step away just real quick, Bob.
Okay. Okay, so 10 prox mines available. Greg can certainly afford to drop a few here, but does he gain much? The threat of them probably stops Merle from shooting past, because he's instantly eliminated if he hits a prox mine.
All right, I am back. He's got a bazillion of them. The question is, if he drops one, so the only ones that can drop them are the back line. Green and blue can't because they're just going to end up dropping on their own boys.
Correct.
So if he thinks Merle's just going to shoot past and try to starboard slash somebody, I think, like, Pink might, but, it's like, it's the whole Princess Bride thing. It's like, I know that I might do a 5 straight.
The thing that's bugging me is the only other option for Merle to get rid of that Discord is a 1 hard barrel roll, which totally gets him in ZZ's way. Assuming ZZ's going to get away and not fly straight into the mass.
And if we're assuming that he's going to want to be in a position to do some sort of barrel roll to get the Discords off, which obviously he's going to want to do, I'm trying to think. All right, so Merle is not stressed.
He's not. One hard is available.
1 hard's available. I don't think 2 or 3 bank would get past. The 3 hard to the right might actually get past that. I'm pretty sure it would, to tell you the truth.
Okay, you think so?
Yeah, so I gotta imagine that Emily's got to be going either 1 hard or 3 hard. 1 hard's probably pretty safe with Merle, and then just kind of maybe plug that thing up. And then also you gotta wonder if she believes what's Greg doing with the rest of his list. If he's probably turning on Poe, because you got a pretty good idea where Poe's going to be.
In which case, leaving the Discord and having Merle just be in the way has some value.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Okay, so Pink, they have selected all their dials, so Pink is dropping a proximity mine, which I think is a good safe play. He got plenty of them.
Yep. Guarantees the no 5 straight to safety for Merle.
And there's probably no reason to drop another one because Merle can't get past in a different direction. So there's the 1 hard. Oh, you got to reattach your buzz droid. So now they've got. What are you guys doing? Why doesn't that stay attached? Attach. Nope.
There they go.
There we go. Put it in the front. There you go. All right. So
I think I don't know if that 3 hard would have fit. Looking at that, it would have been too close for me to have dared do it.
Yeah. Yeah,
So she
the
looks
one
like
was definitely safe.
she's looking at the barrel roll, which is fine. It's fine to draw some fire from Merle. As long as ZZ doesn't get blocked here because of it, ZZ's so much more important
Well,
than a one health Merle.
ZZ can afford to get blocked because she's going to fire first, and as long as she's shooting, then she'll have a token at least.
Yeah, and I can't imagine her taking more than maybe 2 shots if she did something like a straight.
Yeah, and I don't think that. I mean, I don't know. I've never seen Greg play before, but I can't imagine this is a situation where you can afford to split your fire with his bombers, especially after losing one on that first engagement. So he's either going all in on the A-wings or he's going all in on Poe. This is what I figure.
Okay.
That tells me it's more of an all in on the A-wing or all in on Poe, and if A-wings manage to block themselves, then yay for him. Oh, or I'm completely wrong.
I kind of like this so far, though. I was expecting the hard turns from everybody, but
I was expecting it
let's see.
too.
Is Green going to get blocked? Is the question. Or does he also bank to create those wide arcs, or is he going to one forward into Merle?
Guess also thinking that Yelich still has the Discord available.
He does. That would be an unhappy ZZ.
Thing is, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, he's looking for ZZ.
Definitely. But I'm pretty sure ZZ is going to fit in between blue and yellow and pink if she's going straight, even if she gets blocked.
Which leaves her taking 1 shot.
Yes.
That
And she'll already have a token after she's been shooting. Oh, or she might be bugging out because they did not stress. ZZ is not stressed.
ZZ's not stressed. So Tally is going to sit and focus rotate. Yep.
Yep.
And I totally agree with that, because that's cover for Poe. You leave Tally sitting there close.
Yep.
And make people tempted to shoot them. Oh.
Ooh.
Well, it avoided the self-block from Merle.
Yeah, but that entire squad is now shooting at ZZ.
So we boost, rotate, and get our 1 token, or do we sit there and token up?
Well, okay, so you've got, depending on where Poe goes, all arcs could be on blue. So I would say I'd probably just focus, rotate, and just trade at the dice gods a little bit, and maybe you can get blue taken off. Depends on what she did with Poe, though. So she's going to like to go ahead and do the boost, rotate to get some range. That kind of makes some sense because I think blue and green are still going to have range 1, but maybe like pink and yellow are at range 1 or at the cusp of it, and it gets rid of those dice.
It was definitely the first thing I thought. Yeah, that's scary. I don't think you quite arc dodged yellow.
Well, and particularly whenever you don't have optics on the A-wings, then you have less and less confidence that your shot's going to be meaningful. Oh,
Poe was
okay.
playing safe. Okay.
He was playing safe.
I was seriously considering that move when I was thinking about planning too. I can't blame her. It looks bad now, but if all those bombers had turned left, we'd be calling it brilliant.
Yeah, well, I think if she could have banked left and done some overdrive nonsense to get out of it, assuming that she wasn't blocked. But yeah,
that's true. That overdrive really gives you, but then you're also in the
proximity
range of being
land.
prox mined after that, and you're running and running after that. So,
yeah.
Can you just focus? Can you regular boost focus and get your gun back on and be okay?
No, that boost isn't gonna fit past ZZ. I don't think. She could do something like a focus and then like a crazy barrel roll over to at least get guns on something, because she currently doesn't have arc or anything.
She did leave her foils closed, so that's available. So it's going to be the 2-die gun.
And she'll be safe from not getting prox mine, but then she will be in bump hell.
Nope.
Oh, the boost did fit. All right. See, this is why I'm bad at Poe.
It's our angle. That's what we're going to go with.
Oh, boost barrel. Next level,
Ooh.
Emily.
Ooh.
So
Only
it
in
looks like
one arc,
only in
I
one
think.
arc. Yeah.
And Greg's not going to want to split fire, so that's...
Well, it kind of depends on if something dies beforehand.
Yeah.
Merle's sitting on 1, so chances are he will want to finish off Merle first and then see what he's got available to him. Or Merle may be a god again and just dice out of everything.
Is Poe okay for next round is what I'm concerned about with that roll.
Poe's just trying to think about the present, not thinking about the future.
Full dice because of bullseye. Nice. Gets a couple hits.
So that was in a green, correct? And green says, nah, I don't think so. Not today, sir.
That's more than fair after dodging the evades first round.
He's just in, like, I just want a token.
Yep.
Damage would be cool, but I want a token.
range one shot feels better too, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe if she gets a little lucky here, then maybe Tally could do something magical on her shot. She's probably trying to decide right now if she wants to put all the shots into blue at further range or get the I-5 shooting at green with more dice.
Because Tally's going to have green range 1 as well.
Yeah, but the Tally and ZZ would both be range 2 on the blue. Then you got an unmodified Merle shot.
And you're probably...
Oh! Wait a minute. Green's... Merle's and Green's bullseye. So
yep, they figured that out. Okay.
So he has to reroll that, so he actually does take a damage from Poe.
Oh, he took the whole stack.
Okay, so I guess Green's dead.
Green is very dead.
Green just took, what, 28 damage?
ZZ's unmodded shot slams.
Oh, no! All right.
Gets the evade at least.
So he's going to take hit crit.
Greg just figured out he had his whole damage tank. So hit crit. Green will still be okay.
All right. Oh, he is down to 2. And what's the crit?
There it is. Another stun pilot.
Oh, well, just don't hit the stuff. Which actually is kind of a bummer for those guys.
But they're not near one at the moment, so...
All right, here comes Tally. Tally with the money shot.
And now Tally will have to actually consider spinning a focus now. Nope,
oh,
no, she won't.
No! Tally cannot kill Green now. Green will live. Oh my god, Green. Just single evades every single time.
I think that averaged out about to where it should have, though, with ZZ's hot roll there. 3 damage on those 3 unmodded shots, basically. But yeah, Greg happy not to lose another ship this turn. Merle passes on his attack. And we'll see what the bombers can do back.
Yeah, I think it's fairly unlikely that Green was going to get removed.
Did ZZ forget to take her token?
It sure looks like it. And let's see if they're going to remember that. She's got 3 dice now. Let's see. And
they're like, oh, wait a minute, I'm supposed to have a token.
Keep in mind that we're casual here. We're not going to care that much.
No, not at all. That's going to be all day. If people catch things like that and they play cool, yeah.
All right, here comes the shot. Only 1 hit. ZZ says, nah. All right, let's see. Who are we going with yet next?
So as the resistance player, what's the right call there? The focus or the evade on ZZ after?
It's more blank out there.
Blank out.
I would take with multiple shots coming in, I would take the focus over the evade. It's on 3 green dice. The evade is actually like very marginally better than a focus for just the one shot. But I think for multiple shots, in general, I would go ahead and take the focus, especially with heroic on board. Only one focus result, so only one hit here from yellow. Is that yellow?
That was pink. You took yellow's calculate.
All right, and one evade for ZZ.
Yeah, first shots of the bombers have flopped here.
Here comes blue. Blue into Merle, trying to take Merle off the board now.
Yeah, he really needs this one, and he looks like he's going to get it. Short of natties.
Merle needs the natties. Can he get them?
There's one. There's just
Merle
one.
did not get the natties. So he takes hit crit on Merle.
Finish with a console fire. Get that out of the way.
Console fire.
I always love to see a console fire as a dead card.
Yeah, at least she doesn't have to roll for it, so she can look on the bright side.
Yeah.
Alright, this is the last of the bomber shots, right? This is red going into tally. Red gave up on ZZ.
And the calculates are out there. That's 3 hits.
Hit crit going into tally.
Yeah, that was range 1 into tally. That's a reasonable switch.
Oh, only the 1. So shields down on tally.
And that's some points.
Half points on tally. Merle's gone. And Emily got half of a bomber in that engagement. I don't think she could be too sad about considering how the first engagement went. If you tell me that I'm going to joust a bomber swarm with 3 A-wings and not lose a ship, then I would be pretty happy about it.
Yeah, I feel like everything's been very fair overall.
So now, we know what's going on with the A-wings. So they're just straight bugging out somewhere.
And
it just depends on how far they go.
This is where that barrel roll made me uncomfortable, though. The A-wings are in beautiful shape. We're just going to run away and shoot you out the back. We're faster than you. We're avoiding your bombs. But Poe is in get blocked town.
So, maybe. Well, okay. So she's got R4 on him.
He can't go Rider. He picks up a Discord.
Yeah, but he can also barrel roll away from it.
And he can super barrel roll away from it. So yeah.
I don't hate that maneuver. Let's see. That was Pink's proximity mine that's sitting down there. So Red's still got a proximity mine if he wants to double protect against Poe going in that direction. Because any other direction, Poe is just... He's in Super Bump Town, and it's really just a question of like how Greg is going to move the bombers to get as many calculates available as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine there's a scenario where he's going to try to pursue the A-wings even a little bit. Tally's going super far away. She just lost her shields.
Yeah.
So she's going 4 or 5.
Yeah, I say at least a 3.
And ZZ is probably going to be able... She could be more casual about it. She could do a 3. I would probably just do a 2 to get on the other side of that rock and just take the focus and accept whatever shots might be coming on there, because if they're coming after ZZ, they're not going after Poe. And then that gives you the option to go ahead and just do a 1 hard and then boost around that rock in this corner the next turn, if it makes sense. But she's also got to be careful not necessarily get behind this list, because you can't get behind this list safely.
No, you can't. And Greg's as good a chance as he has to block Poe. He doesn't have a ton of space to land his ships.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do some Jenga stuff to try to figure out like how he can maximize the number of calculates that he can get in this turn.
Right. Yeah, and they have a 2 hard or a 2 straight turnaround.
Yeah, I am not renowned for my separatist play, so none of them are stressed. They've got 1 hards.
Yeah, Michael in the chat talking about how Red actually could block that turn away by Poe with the 1 hard barrel roll. and take away the too hard to the right escape. Oh, they're moving already. Okay. No, they're
Look at them go.
no, they're not. Okay.
They're just kidding.
They're just flipping dials to still set them.
I do think that, yeah, so he probably does something like
2K and a 2 Talon. Thank you, AJ.
I think between green and blue, they might be kind of effed on getting calculates. Green could probably do a 1 hard, end up with calculate. Blue probably doesn't. Just depends on what order they do them in. They probably just want to clear out the way so that red, pink, and yellow can all just do a 1 hard and just face down that alley and get their calculates. I guess green could do a Talon roll? Or not a Talon roll, but what was the 2K?
2K. And then the other 4 can probably land something. It's just yeah. And they have, if the barrel roll links into target lock, which is not the end of the world. It doesn't get you a calculate, but
yeah, I think that
I don't hate that at all.
Yeah, I don't know how often you're taking. I think you're always going to take a calculate with network calculations in a list. I'm not being as much of a sys guy. Tell me, AJ, are you always taking a calculate, or will you take a cheeky target lock whenever you don't really need a target lock for anything that you do?
I think it's more that if you have to barrel roll, that's your only link.
All right, I don't know who's LJ Coolio, because we're going to have to ban them from the chat.
that is Doug. Apparently,
it is?
We have a result.
Right.
And he was up against Matt Carey, so that was a tough round 1 between those two. Okay, so
Blue just goes forward and bumps. So blue's just trying to get the hell out of the way, it looks like.
Green is clearing out.
Interesting.
And providing a calculate for blue. And probably for yellow.
Okay, so that's a 2 hard. Alright.
That was a 3, actually.
I just now noticed that red actually did drop a proximity mine to protect against Poe doing that hard move up there. It'll still fit unless you're... Oh, he's just taking the calculate. So if Emily does do that 2 hard, that's gonna fit, and she's just gonna be able to do whatever she wants with Poe.
And then it's gonna be bad shots at Tally. It's the only thing gonna be on the board.
Yep. As long as Tally was going fast. Please don't slow roll Tally.
But Poe's
and she's slow rolled.
Oh! Well,
she's
gonna focus boost.
She can still focus boost, yeah.
That's not gonna be.
Actually, that's a good hedging of the bets.
Poe is going to still have to barrel roll to avoid that discord, though, and then he's not going to be clear of arcs unless he super boosts back to the corner.
Well, let's see. Let's see if he turns in, because he could just do a regular barrel roll, and then he could super boost and get right past that proximity mine. If the 2 hard fits, fine. Or she might have just chosen violence. Oh, she's still deciding on Tally here, so she's trying to figure out, right, how much damage do I want to do? Let's see, we've got damage cards on green, who's way over there. So now I understand why Greg put green out of the fight. I don't know if that's really what you do with Separatists to save Immo, to save something alive, but I guess as long as he's providing a calculate, it's useful.
I think it was more a matter of somebody was going to be in the way, so he just got him out, and with them being damaged anyway. Yeah, Doug saying that the Django decided rolled 0 evades, making his game easier.
Yeah, I might have given Matt Carey a little false sense of security, because I don't know if he play tested against anybody else but me, but it's always going to be Poe, and it's either going to be Ray or rookies, and he was just dumpstering me every single game.
I'm pretty sure he was confident that you were an easier opponent than the average person he'd play.
It seemed to be true. All right, so ZZ just goes ahead. does 2 forward, which I thought she was going to do, and she will just focus and probably sit there.
Okay, so Tally did end up boosting. Yeah, I think ZZ can definitely sit there. Taking at max 2 shots, looks like 1.
Looks like 1, just
You
from
may
blue.
as well keep your range. Debating the foils on Poe. Opening the foils. Oh, I think we have a block.
I think. Going down the other way. It's not blocked, though.
So
it's not blocked.
Now we want the barrel roll. Well, no, we'd get bombed if we barrel rolled. But yeah, I think
she can actually do a regular boost, and that'll get past blue. Or she could do something with a super boost. She would get a shot on green, I think, if she does the boost. But that barrel roll would have been so money.
But you can't barrel roll behind him like you'd want to, or you get 3 bombs next turn.
Actually, yeah, that's true.
It looks. That was my first.
See,
thought.
I wouldn't have thought of that. I would have kept the foils closed. I would have barrel rolled behind green, not killed green, and then get the bejesus bombs out of me.
All right, so super boost coming. I'm assuming. No, she's going violence. She's going for violence.
Okay, to be fair, she's only in 1 arc right now. She's only in yellow's arc.
You're right.
Blue does not have arc on her, and pink doesn't have arc on her.
Yep. It is a range 1 with calculates everywhere, but yeah, you try to save your focus and you take a damage or 2. Yep. And you hopefully put all 3 shots into blue and kill a ship, and you came out fine. Yeah, this could work out just fine. So, boy, that was a bold turn left into that. That could have. I don't think I could have dialed that in for anything.
No. Confirmed. Emily has more stones than I do. So.
That's one of those things where you go, "There's no way they think I will do this, so I'm doing it." And crazy.
High level X-wing looks like low level X-wing. I should just.
Oh, Poe!
It could happen. It's unlikely to happen.
Oh man!
If that's a direct hit on the crit, then Poe 1-shots blue.
Oh my gosh! All right. And now Greg's gonna need something from his bad shots back.
It's a fuel leak, so
meaningless
relevant.
Crit. Yeah, he really needs some good shots now to compensate for that, because that's almost certainly a dead blue. Well, the 2/2 die guns come in, and it could live.
That's the wrong crit. Fuel leak. There we go.
Well, I may not have made that maneuver, but that's definitely the way I roll. When I have double mods, I natty. We know that.
Here comes the ZZ shot. Natty's into blue, so blue still could go down.
Oh,
blue
man.
Blue blanks out.
Blue goes down as fast as humanly possible. Takes every hit.
As fast as droidly possible.
Well, and still a shot left over. That was. This has been ideal for the Resistance so far.
I'm stunned. I don't even know what to say, because I would have bumped into him. I'd be dead now and sad. And Emily's just basically almost 1-shotting droids.
Does Tally spin the focus to get a crit in here?
I think it would. Yeah, I think sticking on the crit is fine, because Tally, if has only 3 shots coming in, she's got a decent chance to live through this next engagement.
Yeah, I agree. If she hadn't lost those shields the last round, maybe you take a little risk there, but
yeah. So Poe's like, mods are for the weak and timid on offense. Just roll natties with a crit.
Wasted his target lock.
I know, wasted action. Why did he even stress himself?
All right, so 3 dice coming into Poe.
Poe's pretty happy that he's got to focus, but now we're going to come up to the question of the heroic. Will it matter? All right, so 1 hit, 1 focus turns into 2. There it is! The no heroic on
Oh
Poe!
no! Well.
Merle starboard slash. Unnecessary. She texts, you were right, Mark. All right, so Poe takes 2 shields on that. He's pretty happy he's not getting shot at again. Now he literally did not have to take an action. Because he's not going to use focus for his target lock.
Makes
All
sense.
right, we got the 1 shot into Tally, which was a focus result. He's debating whether he's going to spin the calculate because he knows that the 1 hit is probably not going to do Bupkis against Tally. So he elects to not spend that, and then the next shot into Tally is just 1 focus result. Sad Greg is sad.
Indeed.
And then Tally says, nah, I'll get an evade. It's all right, bro.
So nice to get some hits onto Poe, but no follow-up. All right, well.
That went Emily's way so hard.
You couldn't have scripted it better.
I mean, losing 2 shields on Poe, that is definitely a bummer. But Poe's in pretty good position now. The proximity mine from green can't be dropped, it'll get yellow, and even if it couldn't, it wouldn't get Poe.
I think you're right.
I don't really like where Greg's position is right now because you can't. His easiest target is to turn on the Poe because Poe's definitely going to be going kind of towards that corner, maybe a 2 hard or maybe even like a 1 bank to chase after green. But only red can turn that way. I guess pink can do it 2 hard, but won't get a shot on Poe. I'm not really sure where Greg's going to go in this turn. It might be kind of a reset turn for him to try to figure out what his position is going to be. Emily's got it kind of easy. I'm pretty sure she could either keep on going away with ZZ, which is the safe bet, or she could turn in with ZZ. Green's got 2 hole left. If he could just do a 1 hard, and then depending on where green is, just do like a boost rotate to get ZZ an unmodified shot. And if Poe does like a 1 bank and has a shot on green as well, then there's a pretty decent chance that green dies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that Greg can really. He's got to do some damage. He's got to try to keep all his ships on the table because even if like Poe were to die now, and he only had 3 bombers left, those A-wings are going to end up shredding. I don't think that there's a scenario where the 3 bombers left could do anything to those A-wings.
Yeah, they're going to need to trap them with bombs in a position where they get in a bad spot or something. It's going to take work. And time-wise, we're getting low, 22 minutes.
Yeah,
so
right
that's
now
going to be tough to do.
Emily's ahead 80 to 55 right now.
Yeah, so that's not secure, but I don't know. Does Greg do something like 5 forwards or 4 forwards and just go all in on picking off Tally here? Maybe. 1 hard barrel roll to keep green safe, and just try to get Tally picked off, and then you can win with half pointing Poe at the end.
Yeah.
Because Emily's, the way she approached the last round, you have to expect another 2 forward and let's see what happens out of the A-wings. And
which is definitely a safe bet for either one of them.
Mm-hmm. I think ZZ's happy as can be. He's protected from getting turned in on. He's going to be able to shoot something. So it's Tally or Poe that are the real targets.
Yeah, the question is just what Greg thinks he can do to turn on something. Let's see. We've still got a Discord on yellow.
We do.
I don't know where he could possibly use that meaningfully in this turn. Like, the only way...
3 bank and then 3 bank it onto Tally? Or onto ZZ? I don't think it gets there.
Not if Emily sees that, then she's either going to hard turn or she's just going to like drift forward.
Yeah, and once yellow's set up for it, she can always reposition out of it if she sees it coming. Which I would totally forget about it at this point.
So Greg's playing the, all right, I'm just going to keep on dropping these things and maybe Poe will just stumble into one of these. I didn't bring these proximity mines not to drop them.
I agree. Okay.
All right, so there's the one hard. So is Greg going to go ahead and do the barrel roll, which makes sense to protect him from Poe? I think it'd be kind of greedy to think that you're going to get anything going on with ZZ here. And if you don't, and Poe did a 1 bank, rip green.
Indeed.
Yeah, he's looking for the reposition. Ooh, I don't know that blocks the 1 bank. She could have done a 2 bank too, and it definitely does not block that.
Well, I'm going to sneak out for a second. Be right back.
Okay.
Hey guys, you there? Schmiddle, Matt.
I was muted in that.
Oh. Yeah, I guess I have to put in scores. I don't have something set, right? No, that's not letting me do that. Do you know what your score was?
I didn't even look at scores because I didn't think we were
Okay.
calculating.
That's fine. I was going to put it in for the record, but if we don't have it, it doesn't really matter.
I lost. I have 0 points. Or wait, no. He got 200 points. And I don't know what I scored on him. I got all of Rack and half of Fifth Brother.
Okay.
Whatever that is.
I have his list, so I can figure that out. Empire. All of Rack and half of Fifth Brother is 119. Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
Okay.
All the ships died. It was amazing. No. So Greg basically pointed towards ZZ with his whole list.
Okay.
And also maybe the general direction where Poe is. Because, actually, it's valid that Poe could have tried to do it too hard to the left.
It is.
So Tally's just going to tuck herself behind this cloud with a boost and do a red rotate. Now, did ZZ drift forward, or is she trying to come around that rock? Yeah, she's coming around the rock. Ooh, she came around the rock with a 2 heart. Kind of surprised. I would have expected the 1 heart because that would have fit.
I don't think.
She's not gonna sit there, but now she's in the ZZ quandary of like, I can either shoot and get a token, or I can get a token and not shoot. I guess she could get a token and sit there, but it's gonna probably make more sense depending on where Poe.
You don't think she catches red?
She does right now, but also the rest of these shots are unobstructed. If she just does a boost, a focus and then a boost, yeah, then she's going to go ahead and she's going to get the obstruction for at least 2 of those shots.
I didn't love that turn. I just, against a bomber list, I don't want to head into a corner like that.
Oh, rip green! I told you that the 1 bank was not blocked by that barrel. So she did close her foils. She did it after a move, but she was probably like, I was closing my foils.
She probably said it, yeah.
But which is kind of a bummer. because green's sitting on 2. So she could just... I think pink might have a shot on Poe, but maybe not. If she just does the Poe things, she could possibly take green off the board right now. I like her chances less with only 3 dice.
Yeah, and you have no follow-up shots, and you don't really desire to trade damage on Poe at this point because you're looking at giving up half points for.
Well, so what she's probably looking at is like, did I want to do the super barrel over the top of green? But then let's see, this green's got 2 proximity mines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's the correct choice. Is you just double mod and hope that you can remove green and or run through some of those calculates that the droids have. And that's the classic Mark Myers move where I don't think I'm going to shoot, and then I land somewhere after I close my foils and really wish I had that extra red die.
Yeah. Oh, I have a range 1 in a perfect spot, and I closed foils.
Yeah. If you ever want to learn how to play Poe badly, watch me play. All right. Oh, Discord coming out from yellow. Is that going to catch ZZ with the bank? It's got to only be the bank, right? The forward's not going to get her.
It's going to be the bank.
And does not catch ZZ.
But it's miserable for Poe next turn.
Yeah, he's not super happy about it.
I think it was worth throwing there. It is a.
Well, it's getting
it's
to
meaningful.
that point in the game. There's only 15 minutes left in the game. Greg's down points and arguably even positionally, so he's got to start dumping his ordnance out there to try to cause any havoc he can. Here comes the Poe shot and the green. Ooh, does she spin the focus? Or does she do the lock? I think I would do the lock because... Oh, you don't have heroic. Yeah, you spend the focus. She doesn't have heroic. She's choosing violence. one blank kills green, and there's the blank, which kills green.
And that puts Emily in a very comfortable spot.
Is he thinking about spending that? Does he know how much damage he has on him? Okay.
Yeah, just working through it.
Yeah. Yeah, see, me commentating on Greg's game, he has the double misfortune of being from Tosche Station and flying Separatists.
Against resistance.
Which,
yeah, you are as biased.
Against resistance, yeah. I'm gonna be as biased as humanly possible in this commentary.
Yeah. Well, my idea of charging him straight forward after tally would have failed miserably, so we can't judge him for his play here whatsoever.
I think point down in this corner was a good idea because he could at least have confidence that he was going to have shots. Unless some kind of miracle happens here, and you don't have multiple shots. He's debating whether he wants to take that shot into tally, it looks like. So he's going to take the shot into ZZ, range 3. Got a hit crit. Then calculate. And 2 evades. Easy.
Yep. Now with an obstacle and a focus.
Alright. What's that? Okay, and then, and now it's focus evade. I don't know what the math is, but it's really small to do anything to ZZ with these next 2 shots.
Yep. Oh.
What? Too many dice? Or did he roll? He rolled 3 dice. How did he roll 3 dice?
I don't know how he could have rolled 3 dice.
So I'm asking that in the chat. Oh, was that into Poe?
Oh, yeah, you'd take that into Poe if you could.
I didn't realize he had. Oh, yeah, he did.
Yep.
So.
Yep, we're just done.
Did
okay.
All right, so. Oh no! Did Emily blanked out our defense again with Poe?
Yes, she did.
Oh, the humanity. All right, so Poe lost shields and took 2 damage. Oh no. All right, Poe sitting on 2, but no more shots going into Poe.
Those are valuable points.
All right, so hit crit going into ZZ now, which definitely I don't see how they can possibly do anything. So 2 evades, ZZ is safe. Oh boy. So Emily, right now thinking, how much would I trade for heroic on Poe for that starboard slash on Merle?
How many points was she at?
She's at 197, so she could
So
have still
she could
gotten.
have.
She could have still gotten heroic, and
198 bid. Yeah.
yeah, when Starboard Slash first came out, I was like, oof, man, that's gonna be super duper broken. And I would still argue if there weren't the nerfs to optics and heroic on A-wings, there still might be a chance that Starboard Slash would prove itself better. Like it hadn't proved itself on 5 A-wings to be like super great, but I think it's one of those upgrades where you need a lot of it. Um, like I liked, instead of the mix of initiatives on the 5A, I actually liked the all I3s. Yeah, the all I3s, they all had Starboard Slash, Heroic, and Optics. They're all the same initiative. And so I found it whenever I was playing around that it was actually easy for me to get those slashes off on that than on like the mixed initiative stuff. But that's no longer here nor there because.
Yeah, Merle's an obvious first target in this list, so which is okay, but I don't think Starboard Slash changes that.
No, not at all. I always just like heroic on Poe. I've tried lots of different things on Poe. I've tried outmaneuver. I've tried lone wolf more times than I can count, and I just like that. It's not always a safety net because you can double blank out twice, but just knowing that you can save that focus for defense and have a reasonable amount of confidence that it's going to provide some value, it's a pretty big deal.
It is. Okay, so Emily's still up on points, but so narrowly now that we've got ourselves a game here going into what might be the last round.
Yeah, she's only up by 5 points. Let's see what their timer is. Their timer is just a little bit. They had started their timer just a little bit behind us, so they're at 9 minutes right now.
Okay.
So they're about a minute behind, which is fine.
Okay. So can Poe too hard to the right, super barrel roll, and arc dodge, and is that his only option?
Because it kind of depends. Like, so Greg's got a guess here. So Greg might have 2 rounds here, depending on how fast they're going. Probably
2 rounds.
So, is Greg gonna guess to drift forward on Tally? And I would imagine he's got to turn towards that corner, either hard that way or slight, because Tally can easily just do a 2 hard and bug out. So he can't drift forward and assume Tally's going forward. ZZ's positioning might actually prove a little bit of a problem for Poe.
I was concerned about that, yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe Greg is going to do something where he's going to either probably do like a hedges bets and do something kind of bank into the corner.
Is it that, or is it a bank with yellow and then the hards with pink and red? Since once yellow gets out of the way, they have room to do that.
Well, I guess he's got a guess on what. I like the banks. I don't know if all the banks would fit and all get calculates, but that's something you can at least have a reasonable amount of confidence that you might have a shot on Poe or ZZ, because Poe could do it too hard to the right. He could even do it too hard to the left and just say, okay, I hit this, and then I bug out. So it looks like he's going to go ahead and choose to drift forward a little bit.
Okay, I'm a little surprised by that. Let's see what. Oh, I'm very surprised by that. Is he?
Yeah.
He's hoping that Emily did what she did last time, which was dive in when we didn't think she would. He's hoping Tally's coming right in.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't shock me if she does.
And these are all, they're all full health.
Mm-hmm.
So Poe's not going to have a shot. ZZ's not going to have a shot. So if Tally did dive in, then that would be pretty unfortunate for Tally, probably.
Now ZZ's positioning here is completely dependent on where Poe's going. She can probably sit there and rotate for next time, or just boost to set up next time.
That'll, yeah. What she does will tell us what Poe's going to do.
Yeah.
Look at all this ordnance just sitting over here, doing nothing.
Yeah, the mines just did not really come into play.
But also, I mean, that's what A-Wings do.
Oh.
So she comes in to get a little tighter, which is fine. That means, ooh, she might actually get a block on Poe.
And there it is.
Ooh, there's Tally coming in. All right, she's currently got 2 shots coming in on her. She can barrel roll, so only Red has a range 1 shot, which is still pretty darn scary. Or she can token up. And pray that the 2 shots, they're both probably range 1 anyway. I think taking the 1 barrel rolling in, taking that 1 range shot is probably her best shot. I see her little blue hand pointing down the other way. I have concerns.
Well, this isn't what I would have done as with Greg's, and it was clearly right. He's got a real chance to
and
take
if he
the
ends
lead
up
here.
removing, yep.
And there should be just enough time.
Nope, and I guess CC passes the focus over to Tally. I'm sure that was just... So she elected to take the 2 shots. All right, so then Poe does do the 2 hard this away.
And we'll focus super barrel roll, I assume, to...
Oh, boy.
To then 2 hard away from that bomb.
Yeah, he's got to... probably not focus. Probably lock barrel roll.
I think Poe's out of this game. He's just going to preserve his points.
Yeah, that's all he can do at this point. And so she's doing a regular. Oh, what is? I don't. I wonder if she planned to do that in a different order.
Well,
or she thought that was going to get far enough.
I think she just assumed it would clear the 2 hearted clear next turn.
Oh no!
Does it? I'm feeling like it's
think,
not.
No, I think you just lock and then barrel roll. That would have been pretty safe. All right, no shot for ZZ.
That's a 2 health Poe, so that Prox Mine has a better than 50-50 chance of killing him.
Yep. All right. Taking the range 1 shot into yellow with Tally, it looks like. I see your hand shaking all over the place, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
All right, so 3 dice in a yellow.
Which I think if you have pink, no, it doesn't matter. Calculates are shared. You can't get rid of tokens here.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Makes sense. I don't think there's a circumstance under which you spend this.
Nope. No way you're getting points.
He blinks out. You got your 1 damage on yellow.
Yeah, 3 hits would have mattered, but otherwise not.
None of it's going to matter if Poe can't 2 hard away from that proximity mine. And it may not matter real soon. Let's see what pink and red do to Tally. They're both going to be range 1, looks like. Red may not be.
Other problem with that sim barrel roll is that you've gotten in ZZ's way next turn of getting
2
back
hards.
in this fight.
2 hits, so she's got to spend her focus.
Spends her focus to dodge that one.
And she's praying this is not range 1, and it is.
Ooh, just by a hair.
All right.
Oh, and the natties.
Oh, hit a
the
crit.
natties.
Oh, no.
And a
Tally,
crit,
what
even
can
if
you
it's
do,
just
girl?
the crit. One and not a second.
And it'll be a hit crit, and Tally is down.
And Greg earned that with the call that turn. That one straights there I thought was crazy. There's no way I would have done that.
And what was that? A fuel leak? Yes.
Fuel leak.
Meaningless fuel leak into Tally. So that puts Greg ahead now, 113 to 96.
Yep.
And this will be the last turn. Coming up. So our stream timers just ended, but they've got 1 more minute in their game.
Okay, we've got a result. Clint did beat Matt Newt. So it's 1-1. Although it looks like Dan and Schmidl are done as well, and I didn't get a score from them yet.
They texting that separately because it looks like TTO is still down.
Yeah.
Which I feel real bad for the guys doing the Polish nationals, because they were in the midst. They were just starting round 5. There's 6 rounds of Swiss.
Are they? That's probably what knocked it out, to be honest.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't. Okay, so how much are these bombers each? I'm trying to think if there's a situation where 36 each, so 18 points. If Emily halves one of these, check my math.
Okay.
And that is, she's down by 17 points.
Oh, look at that. Yep.
If she halves one of these guys, then that puts her in the lead by 1.
So does the 2 straight for ZZ fit? It's the last round. You don't care that you're trapped.
Yeah, it 100% fits.
So ZZ can 2 straight and take a backward shot for her finish, and then it's all about if Poe gets around that bomb and or doesn't die to it.
Yeah, and the question is, do you have to just? I mean, you're behind right now. If she has confidence the 2 hard fits, maybe she does that to preserve the points, or she just might say, you know what? I got to do a T-roll here. I got to get a shot.
Yeah,
and just hope that I get blanks and focuses on my proximity mine roll.
Which it turned out, this barrel roll was the right call, because if you'd super barrel rolled, you'd have no way to turn around other than, I guess, a 4K.
No, she could have done that too. If she would have done a lock super barrel roll, she could have, she might have hit that buzz droid.
Yeah, you'd have picked up the Discord. Which would have left you on 1 health.
Only a direct is going to kill you, but you would have had the lock on a target, and you would have had a shot, for sure. But we'll see.
That's true. Yeah, you could have picked up a target lock last round. Yeah, that's probably better than hitting the prox mine, which is worse odds of dying.
Pretty sure, actually, that T-roll would have missed it. So the question is, does Greg say, hey, I'm still going to shoot you some more? Or does Greg say, hey, I'm winning? Does Greg realize that he's winning and is just going to be like, nah? I think the obvious move for yellow is to just kind of pivot. But yellow's 2 damage away from being halved. Mm-hmm. And if he does realize that he could potentially lose by 1 point. I know I wouldn't. I would like to believe that I could actually have the wherewithal to pay attention that tightly to points, but I don't think that I would.
If pink and red are supplying him with calculates, the obstruction means your 3 dice. With 3 calculates available, that's a good chance to live. And I think that's the right call. And I'm guessing that is what he's doing if the way pink came in.
Yeah, violence has been chosen.
So that's 2 that can be on that rock, so that's fine.
It's like, roger, roger, roger. We don't run away.
Take that calculate to share. Red, I don't think, can get around yellow to join them unless he moved yellow as well. Which he may have two-hearted yellow here and then bringing red in behind, which gives yellow a little more space. That might be the right call.
Oh, he's doing the barrel off into probably a linked target lock. Which, yeah, this is, I just want to kill you and shoot you kind of.
I like it other than that ZZ's the target.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
But also, if she does the 2 forward.
Oh, and yellow did come off.
Oh, I think he's just turning. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He's figuring out how to do it, but yeah.
Doing the pivot. But also that now also puts pink in a range 1 situation. If ZZ does do the 2 forward, probably. And then red's like, hey, I'm here too. maybe I get to throw some dice.
Okay, yep. Right, 2 straight indeed. This makes it really uncomfortable to spend on offense.
Yeah, but she's behind. She's got to. She's got no choice.
Yeah.
There's only one calculate amongst all of them.
But you are taking 3 shots back. That's not. Of course, you've got 2 shields loses more points. But yeah, every option is bad now. You just gotta get the shots and hope it works out.
Yeah. All right. What'd you do, Poe? Too hard. Does hit the proximity mine.
All right. That's still reasonable if you were hoping that it would clear.
All right. So there's 1 damage on Poe. Let's see if there's any more.
Oh, Poe lives.
Poe only takes 1 more.
Meaningless.
Oh, that was a D-roll. D-roll.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, obviously, if you thought it would clear, it's the right call. If you were, but since it hit, the T-roll was absolutely the right call.
Well, thankfully, she's cleared out that proximity mine for ZZ next turn. Oh, wait. All right, so here's where it matters. She can do whatever the heck she wants with Poe. I would just for the fun of it do a boost and then a super barrel roll towards the board edge, because whatever.
Okay, I do have a result that Alex Schmidl did beat Dan Peterson. So the Tosche are up 2-1, and if Greg holds on here, that'll be a 3-1 lead in round 1.
Yeah, and Dan's purposely brought that Bosk instead of his normal Finn to combat swarms. What does he face? A swarm. Keeping true to his scrub name.
I like the list, but it's not Dan on what we know he's best at, so we'll see how it goes through the day.
Holy cow, they're all range 2. This barely catches just range 2.
That isn't range 1? Wow.
No, so the only scenario which Emily could possibly win is if this is a crit with a direct hit that goes through. It is a hit crit. Maybe I'm Nostradamus. We get a double blank from pink? No. Nope. And so that'll be spend the calculate, take 1 crit. That will be very meaningless, which is a panic pilot.
Yep.
That is on Z pink. Panic. And now we're going to go ahead and shoot back into ZZ. It's got a lock. So hit crit into ZZ. MOB doesn't matter, so we're just doing this just to be mean to Emily.
We are.
Spend the evade. Take no damage.
You can jump in and tell him if you want.
No, I'm going to let the suffering continue.
Okay.
All right, so 1 hit into ZZ. And she'll spend the focus for that from yellow, and then we got the last shot, probably range. Oh, it's range 2 from red. The guy that was still here does nothing, and he's still there. Alrighty, congratulations to Greg. You want me to pop into that room?
Sure, that'd be fine.
Okay. Alright, cool. I will do so now.